An evil acid attack on a 3-year-old boy, which has led to his family being moved to a safe house, was part of a dispute between communities, police have suggested. The unnamed mother screamed, "What have you done to my baby?" as the boy was doused in a corrosive substance inside a home bargain store in Worcester on Saturday afternoon in an attack which was captured on CCTV. The mother and child are in shock and are being looked after by police in a secret location as she still fears for their safety after the deliberate and targeted attack. Scroll down for video. A paramedic who treated the boy in what he described as an absolutely horrific incident said the liquid was a pungent pink chemical. Nick Carson, of West Midlands Ambulance Service, told the BBC, "The fluid that I saw was pink in color. It had quite a strong smell, no bleach or acidy type smell, but it was an astringent kind of smell." A West Mercia police source told Mail Online the mother fears for her safety and well-being and that of her little boy. "This is an unspeakable crime." Police also fear for the safety of the mother and child, and they've been temporarily moved away from their home while our investigation continues. They are under police protection. They are safe, but still in a state of shock by what happened. The hunt for the thugs who deliberately hurled acid in the face of a 3-year-old boy in Worcester reached London today as 3 men were arrested 130 miles away in the capital overnight. Share this article. Share 447 shares. A 39-year-old man in Wolverhampton was also arrested yesterday, and police have held 4 people on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. Chief Superintendent Mark Travis, who is leading the investigation, hinted today that the motive behind the acid attack may have come out of a dispute between communities. Police said today they are still appealing for witnesses and admitted the moment the boy was attacked is on store CCTV but won't be released for now. CHF Sup Travis said, "The incident was captured on CCTV, but we will not release any footage that showed the substance being thrown or sprayed towards the little boy." A number of other exhibits from the area have also been taken for examination in the next couple of weeks. "We have looked at the movement of people in the footage throughout the area and considered this to be a deliberate act against the little boy. The substance that was used is an acid or an alkali substance which caused the boy a degree of discomfort. We are finding out the nature of the substance as part of the investigation." West Mercia police said the family of the little boy were coming to terms with the shocking attack. Speaking at a press conference at Police HQ in Worcester, Chief Superintendent Travis said, "There is nothing to suggest that this incident is in any way motivated by race or anything to do with the EDL protest that took place in Worcester this weekend. I think it's a natural question people would ask, but we're really confident that they're not connected." CHF Sup Travis added, "The family are coming to terms with something that is quite shocking. It's a difficult time for them, and we need to make sure that while we work through the investigation they are safe and secure and are allowed to deal with the issues that they face." As a local policing commander in support of our local community, I want to make sure the message is really clear that this is a very rare occurrence, and what we will do is work to make people understand that this is not the way to resolve issues and disputes in communities. The child was treated in hospital for burns to his face and arms before being released yesterday afternoon. However, the long-term effects of his injuries are unknown. Police yesterday issued a public appeal, releasing CCTV images of 3 men who were seen around the child at the time of the incident. Shocked residents of a cathedral city, known for its low crime rate, last night condemned the attack as absolutely pure evil. Witnesses described the anguish of the mother, saying, "There was a bit of shouting and screaming in the store, but then it all went quiet. But then this woman ran outside and started screaming that her baby had been hurt and needed help." The mother was sitting outside the shop, screaming, my baby, what have they done to my baby?" She was in floods of tears, and people from the shop were telling her they had called an ambulance and her child would be well looked after. The attack happened in a home bargain store in a retail park in the Tallow Hill area of the city on Saturday afternoon. Shopper Rachel Bryan told the Daily Star, "When I heard about the acid attack, I couldn't believe it. It's horrendous to think something like this could happen to a little boy in the middle of a shop." The very thin blue line, "He's made of paper." The police officer looked a bit wooden, and as shoppers got closer, they could see why. This life-size cardboard policeman was spotted in the Worcester branch of Home Bargains yesterday. Flat-packed PCs are an increasingly popular way for cash-strapped forces to boost their street presence. They are often seen in petrol stations to deter motorists from driving away without paying, and in shops to discourage shoplifting. Although detectives have not ruled out a racial motivation, they have said it is not thought to be linked to a march involving the far-right English Defence League which took place in Worcester on the same day. Mayor of Worcester Jabbar Riaz also said there was no link between the two incidents. The investigation has moved rapidly, with a 39-year-old man from Wolverhampton arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit grievous bodily harm. He remains in police custody. Police have also issued an appeal showing 3 men captured in a CCTV image. In it, they are wearing casual clothing and sunglasses and can be seen leaving the store and heading towards the city center. Last night it was claimed that one of the men pictured was seen in a pub car park smoking cannabis shortly before the attack. Chief Superintendent Mark Travis of West Mercia Police said the boy, believed to be from Worcester, is now recovering at home with his family. However, he stressed that the long-term implications of the child's injuries are unknown. He said, "Clearly, we are working with the family to understand the motive of the attack." The child was with family members and was being well looked after and remained with family all the way through to hospital. He added, "At this time we are treating this as a deliberate attack on a 3-year-old boy. At the moment we are really trying to understand the motive, so, consequently, the 3 men in the images we released, we would really like to speak to them. They were seen near the child at around the time of the incident and left the store shortly afterwards. We believe they may have information that may help us to understand what took place." Chief Superintendent Kevin Purcell renewed the appeal, tweeting, "Really nasty crime this. These men are very distinctive. They clearly from behavior know each other well. If you know them, please let us know. One shopper added, I heard from someone who works at the shop that the man who attacked the boy was a skinny white guy. He was about 5 feet 11 inches and he ran out the shop. Cruel assaults that have left victims disfigured for life. In recent years, the headlines have been dominated by several high-profile acid attacks. David Lynch. In 2008, Stephen Sylvester threw sulfuric acid at Miss Piper's face. The attack was caught on CCTV, and both men were jailed indefinitely in 2009. Miss Piper had 250 operations to reconstruct her face. Last November, the ex-boyfriend of reality TV star Fern McCann was jailed for 20 years for a horrific nightclub acid attack which left 22 revelers injured. Arthur Collins hurled acid across a dance floor at the Mangle E8 Club in East London last April. Collins was convicted of grievous bodily harm with intent and 9 counts of actual bodily harm. In June last year, a woman celebrating her 21st birthday suffered life-changing injuries after a man hurled acid at her and her cousin. Risham Khan suffered injuries to her face, eyes and legs after John Tomlin threw the corrosive substance over the pair as they sat in a car in East London. It happened after Miss Khan's cousin Jamil Mukhtar had an argument with Tomlin, who was jailed for 16 years in April. Berlina Wallace was jailed for life in May after her 2015 acid attack on ex-lover Mark Van Dongen in Bristol left him with such terrible injuries that he ended his life at a euthanasia clinic. Worcester City Council leader Mark Bayliss described the attack as absolutely pure evil. He added, I have never heard of an acid attack in Worcester, so this is absolutely not something we have any experience of. If anything knows anything about this, I would urge them to come forward. Think, if this was a member of your family, an innocent child. Robin Walker, the MP for Worcester, described the incident as horrific, adding, the shock will be universal. Anyone conducting such an attack on a small child is just appalling. It's an issue which rightly there has been a lot of concern in Parliament, and a move to toughen sentences for any kind of acid attack. A Home Bargains spokesman said, our thoughts are with this young child and his family at this very difficult time. Worcester is known for its low crime rates and in 2016 was named the safest city in England.